Good morning, my Yarnie friends. How are you today? It is super duper crazy windy. You can see by my hair. I took the dogs out and I about lost all my hair. It is just so super duper windy. I heard that Oklahoma City is the fifth windiest, is that a word? City in the United States. I don't know if that's true, but the last couple days, I believe it. Well, there's a lot going on around my house right now. I decided I wanted to go ahead and do a video about my gardening. I had a lot of people ask me about, am I going to garden? Did I put a garden in? And I mentioned the fairy garden with my granddaughters. And so I decided I'm going to do a video on that, and I'll probably do that in the next couple of days or so. But it's a lot of fun, and I'm having a lot of fun starting from scratch, basically, because in Colorado I had everything set up. Well, here I'm starting from scratch, and it's a lot of fun because I'm going to learn along the way, of course. Also, some of you asked about my dogs. Maximo is doing great, but for some reason, Rosie is just struggling. She was up all night having accidents, and she's had some this morning from both ends. You wake up at night with hearing a dog throw up. Nothing wakes you up faster, right? So we have changed nothing in her diet. Everything's been the same for years, and she does get a little bit nervous, I think would be a good way of putting it, when things change. But to be honest with you, we are settled in. There haven't really been any big changes other than my granddaughter has a new puppy, but she's brought Clarabelle. They have a little dog. She's a little hound dog mix. They got her at the rescue. Her name's Clarabelle. She's super cute. Her fur is just like velvet. And they've had her a couple of months, and they bring her over on Friday evenings when we have our family day. And the dogs are okay with each other. I mean, they don't really play because Clarabelle's a puppy, and she's the same size as them, but she's a puppy. And my dogs are so old, they're not into that, playing that much. So anyway, keep your thoughts and prayers going for Rosie. She needs them. I need them. But I thought I'd fill you in on that. Let's see. What else is going on that I wanted to talk to you about? I almost forgot to clink in. I have to show you this amazing cup that I got. This is the new Pioneer Woman cup. It is huge. It holds 40 ounces. And I made my water in this today. I did 40 ounces of water and then 2 of those packets. I've been getting them from Crystal Light. They're sugar-free. I don't drink them all the time because I know they do have things in there that can mess with you. But I got the one that is tea and lemonade, which is one of my favorite drinks besides sweet tea. And I put 2 in here, and it is super scrunchy. Scrunchy. It is super yummy. I've got scrunchies on the brain because I broke my favorite scrunchie this morning, okay? That's why it's on my brain. I guess I'm going to have to be like the young girls and go get some more scrunchies. Anyway, let's all clinkety clink clink in. And if you don't know what that is, that's just telling people that you're here. Clink, I'm here, and let's have some Yarnie fun. I'm drinking that sweet tea. What's everybody else drinking? I love Crystal Light. Their flavors are really good. And I mean, I know that there's some sugar-free things in there that probably aren't the best for you, but if you drink it, in my opinion, in moderation and don't drink a whole bunch of them every day, I don't have any issue with it. Okay, so I know you all are excited because today I am going to announce the winner of the April giveaway. So let me show you again what's involved in the April giveaway. All right, so let me pull this stuff up here. My chair is squeaking. I guess I need some DW40 or something. All right, so we have this yarn pack. It's 3 big balls of cotton. Each one of them is 12 ounces worth of cotton. So that's 12, 24, 36 ounces. Is that what that is? Of cotton. 3 different colors. Lots of rainbowy colors. Isn't those pretty? I really like this one in the middle. Okay, so you'll get these 3. You're also going to get this Lily's Sugar and Cream book of dishcloths. And there's some crochet ones in there. And also some knit patterns in there. So if you're wanting to learn to knit as well, this is a good book for that. And then you're also going to receive one of my Coffee and Crochet with Sara muslin bags. All right? So that's what the winner is going to receive. Now, I'm getting ready to announce a winner. And, Tammy, I've crocheted a zillion of them. The one that broke was a crochet scrunchie. I know, I just saw this question. It was the elastic inside that broke. Anyhow, back to the giveaway. I'm going to say this. I say this every single time. Never, ever put your email address or your shipping address in anywhere that is public, okay? That includes Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, because that's where all the spammers are looking for your information. Okay, I'm trying to keep you safe. All right, so when I announce the winner, when we're done here, I want you to scroll down underneath this video in the description box where it says web page. Click that link, and there's a little square that says contact us. Hit that contact tab, and it'll shoot you an email straight to me, okay? If that's too difficult, you can go to the Posh Pooch Designs Facebook page and send me a message. But I really prefer you send me an email. That way, nobody has your information but me. Once I send it out to you and you tell me that you've received it, then I delete your email and I don't have it anymore, okay? All right, so are you ready? I need that drum roll. I see Rita's already drum rolling. Today's winner for the April giveaway is Rose Rennick. Roserenik, I believe. I'm terrible with pronouncing names, so if I pronounced your name wrong, please forgive me. But congratulations! This is a great prize. I'm hoping she won't contact me so I can keep it, right? No. If she doesn't contact me, we'll pick another winner like we usually do. Congratulations, Rose Rennick. Please go to my webpage and hit that contact tab and send me your shipping address. Do not put it out there anywhere, okay? Nowhere. No spammers for us. We don't like them. They can go away. All right, I'm going to set this out of the way. All right, so I've been working on a couple of new projects, and I got to thinking about, I get emails occasionally that say this: I'm having trouble, can you help me with your pattern? Okay, so a couple of things wrong with that question is this. Number 1, which pattern? I've written over 1,000. Number 2, how are you having trouble? Okay, because I'll be glad to help you, but I need a little more information. Okay, and so when you send me an email asking for help, please state what pattern it is, of course, and maybe what section you're having help, you're needing help with or having trouble with, because yeah, I need more information. So then I got to thinking about what happens when you have trouble on a pattern. We have a monthly giveaway, Tammy, every month. Every Monday, the first of every Tuesday, I announce what the giveaway is, and then the winner is chosen on the third Tuesday of every month. So we do a giveaway every month. Okay, so anyway, back to this. So last week I decided to do a this or that question. And it's, what do we do when we have trouble with a pattern? And I always tell people the first thing to do is to contact that pattern designer. And I know that can be hard because a lot of them have disappeared. I cannot tell you how many, when I first came on, I've been writing and crocheting patterns for over 45 years now. I'm getting old. Okay, so, but when I first started like on Ravelry and some of the other pattern sites, all the people who were on those sites, a lot of them are gone. And so the patterns are still there. Maybe, and a lot of them are free, or you can still purchase them, but they're not writing anymore, and they've gone on and are doing something else. So they're not designing, they're not writing patterns anymore. So it may be hard to contact that designer. Okay? But I do recommend that the first thing that you do is contact the designer of the pattern. The best place to find that person is on Ravelry. I am 100% serious, because a lot of times when you go to their their web pages or their blogs, they're not answering those questions as quickly, and you might be stuck where you can't get any farther. And so if they're on YouTube, you can always ask them a question on YouTube. But I find that it's better if you contact them personally than just put it out there on YouTube, because a lot of times it's more in-depth, and you just don't want to go into all of the in-depthness in a YouTube comment. Okay? So if you purchased the pattern, or you found it on their blog or something, go to Ravelry and search for it, because you can contact them through Ravelry, and a lot of times you can find their information on there as well to send them an email to ask a question, or just send them a message on Ravelry. Okay, but what I'm trying to say by saying all of this is, if you're stuck on a pattern, contact the person who wrote the pattern. But also keep in mind, pattern writers and testers are just people, and sometimes mistakes do happen. Sometimes it's just the way the pattern's written or something like that. And a lot of times I just walk them through, and they'll ask for more pictures. And it'll be a pattern I wrote 20 years ago, and I don't have more pictures. And so I'll just send them pictures I already have, and they'll say, oh, thank you for the pictures. And those pictures are in the pattern. So you just never know, okay? So if you cannot get a hold of the pattern designer, a lot of times we get frustrated, and I kind of talk about this a little bit on last week's video. So, it's okay to get a little bit frustrated, but my concern is this. If you get a pattern and you just can't figure it out, you get angry and you don't ever want to crochet again. Don't do that, okay? Every pattern designer writes differently, and if you get a pattern from 30 years ago, it is written completely different than a pattern today, okay? And so sometimes it can be frustrating, but I just don't want you to stop crocheting. The other thing that happens sometimes is we try to do a pattern that is above our skill level, and I get that a lot. They'll say, this is not a beginner pattern. I can't figure it out. And I'll say, you're right. It's not a beginner pattern. It's a little bit more complicated. And so you've probably trying to do a pattern that you're not ready for. Okay? Learn those basic stitches first. All of the pattern, crochet pattern designs and crochet pattern stitches, they're all designed from those basic stitches, single crochet, slip stitches, and all of those things, okay? And so anyway, I talk more about it in the video. If you want to watch that video, it's a real short video, maybe 7 minutes. You can find that in the link down below underneath this video as well, and it's also on YouTube. But it will help you, because like I said, my main goal is that you not quit. Do not quit crocheting. Crocheting is a major thing. We love it. It heals us from within. It helps us concentrate on things other than the things that are bothering us. And it gives us like a space from things to set things aside and just concentrate on things that bring us joy. Okay? And I kind of just wanted to cover that again. So, all right. Now, what happened this week, right? Well, a lot, actually. One of the things we worked on this week was this poncho that's behind me. This is our Scrap Happy summer poncho. You can see it's big and open and lacy. I wanted something super easy, but I also wanted a new poncho. This one's mine. It's big and roomy. So what we did is I took a pattern that I liked the sizing for, because the way I made this, designed this pattern is for it to be big and roomy, and it starts with an extra small size, and then it has a medium large, then it has an extra large 2X, and then it has a 3X, 4X. So basically it's 4 sizes, but because it is big and roomy, this one here is the medium large, and it's mine. And it's really neat because, let me turn this a little bit. You can put this on over a t-shirt or a sundress. You can even put it on, say, like your bathing suit or bikini top. And it's really fun because it's got a nice big top. You can kind of drape it off one shoulder, or you can, wear it off both your shoulders. It'll fall off this one if I show you that, but it'll sit on your shoulders. And it's just a really, wouldn't it be beautiful to have like a elegant, not elegant, but a nice sundress and just have it kind of sit off your shoulders, the poncho, for just a little added something. Perfect for evenings, mornings, and all during the day. And it's very versatile. And it is our Scrap Happy pattern of the month. And what I did is I just took all different colors, like light teal, dark teal, and it gets darker. And then I used different colors of blues and like a light pink, a darker pink, and even, this is like a bright fluorescent pink. And I just mixed them all up together. Some of them are more rose than others. It's just real random. And I love that. I just really, really love that. Okay, so this is our Scrap Happy summer poncho. And I think you're really going to enjoy making it. And it works up super fast because all the stitches are triples. And so they're nice long stitches. Now I made this in acrylic yarns. Also, I wanted to mention this. You can make it in medium weight number 4 cottons. But I didn't want to myself because when cotton gets wet, like if you're wearing it at the beach or a pool party, or you're going to just sweat in it, it's going to absorb that moisture, and it's going to become a little bit heavy. And that's why I went ahead and went with my acrylic yarns. And I just love it. All medium weight, number 4 acrylic yarns, and just whatever colors that you want. I think it would be absolutely beautiful to mix and match your ombres, things like that. Super cute. Or put a pop of a variegated in there. It's just whatever you've got in your yarn stash. Now, I did not use my smaller pieces. I tried to use some of my like half skeins or quarter skeins that had so it would be a little bit longer striping in there. Okay, and so anyway, that's something fun that you can make, and it works up super fast. The other thing we did was for Friday Fun Day, and I'm going to skip over here to my other camera here, and this is, I called it the garden sign U design. And so what we did is we made the back, and then we stitched on with lazy daisy stitches some stems, and then we made some of these fun loopy flowers and some petals, and we wanted it to be a little bit 3D, so we only stitched the center of the flowers so the petals can stick up. We only stitched a small portion of the leaf so the leaf can stick up. And then once it was done, we added some fun buttons. I've got like a sparkle ladybug, this little sparkle flower, and then I added a couple of dragonflies. I have a butterfly button also, but I could not find it. I probably used it for another project, but I was going to add that up here, but it doesn't need it. And this is small. Now, I've had a lot of questions about this particular hanger. This is a small one. I think it measures about 8 inches across, and it's not real deep. And I found this at Hobby Lobby over by the yarn stuff. Okay? Over by the yarn stuff. It's not in the yarn area. It's like over by, in my Hobby Lobby, it was before you get to the fabric It's that in-between where they have all bits and pieces of different things. And they have 2 sizes of these. I bought this size, and I also bought a bigger one for a bigger project that we're going to do. Okay? But if you cannot find something like this, you can use a wooden dowel. You could use a metal dowel. You can even go out in your yard and find a really cool stick. All right? Now, this comes with 2 screws like this, if you want to attach it. But I didn't want to because I thought it would make it too permanent. And so what I'm going to do is I've got some jute, and I'm just going to tie the jute up like this and then attach it with a hook that sticks to my window. That way it's not permanent if I ever want to take it down. Okay? But this is a lot of fun to make. You can design it however you want. And you don't have to use the leaf pattern or the flower patterns that I used. You can do whatever you want. And this section at the bottom here where I added the ladybug and the flowers, you can add a name. You can say spring. You can put joy, welcome. You can stitch that, do whatever you want in this bottom portion. And that's why I wanted to do it that way. The back is so easy. It's just rows of single crochet, and I believe we did 10 rows. I'd have to check my pattern again of each color, so you can see it's got 3 shades. It's got the green, it's got a medium blue, and a lighter blue. It's just a super fun project. I like to do things, especially on our Friday Fun Day, that's a little more versatile, that you can come up with your own ideas and use your own creative juices. You can choose buttons, and even on that, you can add other things. You could add beads to your flowers, sequins, sparkles. And another thing that was suggested is to cut a piece of felt and glue it to the back. But when I was at Hobby Lobby, I realized that they had, not Hobby Lobby, it was Walmart. I realized that they make felt with an adhesive back. And because, you know, the back is just a little bit messy. And I'm heading out today to do some shopping, and I'm going to pick up a piece of that. And I'm going to cut it and just stick it on there, because you peel the back off and you can just stick it on there. It is felt. Okay? And so I'll let you know how that works. If I can't find that, I am going to go ahead and use some of the felt that I have here. And the reason that I remembered about the sticky back felt is I like to put it on the bottoms of my canisters in my kitchen. I like to just like take the canister, cut around it, or draw around it, cut around it, and then put that sticky felt on the bottom of it. That way, because I have marble counters in this house, and that way the bottoms of my glass canisters aren't scraping on that marble. I don't know that it'll harm it. It just sounds like fingernails on a chalkboard. And I don't like it. So anyway, I will let you know. Thank you, Dawn. That's a good point. Yes, always like my videos, even if you don't like them. Just kidding. I'm really not. Yes, you need to like and you need to comment. It will help my algorithms. All right, now there's one other thing I wanted to tell you is this Friday we're going to have some more fun, and we're going to do some more creative juices. And so you're going to need a t-shirt. It needs to have a rounded neck, and we'll do some other things with different shaped necks another time. But you need to get a t-shirt with a rounded neck. It can be a tank top. It can be any kind of shirt you want, any color. I suggest using a solid or something, but it needs to be a rounded neck for the project that we're going to do. And then you're also going to need some beads. And I'm going to be using the small pony beads. And I don't know how many you're going to need, so I just have my pack out. Okay? Because I'm going to do, I have another test coming in for it probably tomorrow. And so then it'll be ready for, I'll tell you what it is. But one thing to remember is if you have an old t-shirt and it's maybe not your favorite anymore, this can make it your favorite. And I really think you probably want to go with a solid to practice, and then we'll see. I wish I could tell you what it is, but I want to keep it a secret. All right, so get in your clothes closet. Maybe you've got a t-shirt or two you were going to throw away. It's not your favorite anymore. And it really doesn't have to be a solid. It can have some flowers or whatever on it. And as far as the beads go, you can use whatever beads you want. Okay, I'm just using these because I like them. You can use pearls. You can use gold and silver. But I do recommend that your beads match your shirt in some way. Okay? And so you need a t-shirt and you need some beads. And of course, you're going to need some yarn and a hook and all that stuff. But we'll talk more about that on Friday. But I thought I'd get you ready because it's going to be fun. And it's another way to use your own creative juices and come up with some really fun ideas. And I like that. And so one thing I do really want to recommend to you is on Facebook. You cannot show pictures to me on YouTube. I would love that they would make it that way, but you can't. There's just no way. They don't let you. Okay, so we have a group on Facebook. And a lot of people don't like Facebook, but this is the best way I can come up with where we can see your work. We want to see and see what you're, when we do something like this where you're using your creative juices, we want to see what you came up with because we love it and we can learn from each other, okay? And so the Facebook group is called Coffee and Crochet with Sara. I had a name different than that, but I don't know what a crew neck is. It just needs to be a rounded neck for the t-shirt, Sandra. But anyway, the group, we changed the name to Coffee and Crochet with Sara group because I want you to be able to find it on Facebook so you can post your pictures. Now, when you enter the group, you're asked to join the group, you're going to have to answer 3 questions. And we do this in order to keep the spammers out. Okay? Just want to make sure you're a real person, not a robot, not a spammer, okay? And so I think the questions are like, do you like yarn? Do you crochet? Do you like animal? Whatever. Okay? And then the first couple times you post, they'll have to be approved. Once we see that you are a real crocheter and want to share your work with us, then you'll get automatic status to go ahead and just post your pictures whenever you want, okay? But we just do this, I keep it tight like this for a reason. I'm trying to protect you from spammers and people that want to do harm to you. And, I don't want people hitting you up in spammy ways in our group. We've had it in the past, and it kind of surprised me in a way, but it happens, okay? And so we want to keep them out, and so we keep the group private, but we'll let anybody in who crochets. Okay, because we really enjoy learning from each other and we do want you to post pictures of your work. Okay? All right. Okay, so feel free to post pictures. And I really encourage you to join the group. It's a great group. I have a couple of ladies in there. You've probably seen their names on here. Rita and Kimberly help mind the group and make sure everyone's being kind and loving, and they watch for spammers. They watch for inappropriate things because we want to keep it happy and joyful. It's a no drama llama group. We do not allow anything unkind. We don't. It's all about joy and crochet and encouraging each other. And I always go by this. My grandmother always said, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. And even Thumper on Bambi, Thumper's mama said the same thing. So it comes from a rabbit, so. All right, so come join our group. And before I go, I just want to congratulate Rose again. Please contact me and I'll get that out just as soon as possible. Usually if I get contacted today or tomorrow, it'll go by Friday. And they get there super quick because I always send them in a priority box. I know it costs a little more, but it's worth it to me so that I know that it gets there safely. Okay? I think I've had one get lost. And anyway. I hope y'all have an amazing week, and I'll see you next week.